Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Jim. How you doing? And Matthew, you're just full of complaints. Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome, 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 welcome back. I'm going to start up my other stream just to get people to switch over. Doing well, doing well. LA Auto Show? Eh, I don't know about that. It's breakfast time. I've already taken a little bit of swig of coffee I had left over from yesterday, which, like I said yesterday, it's not the best way to ingest coffee first thing. Have some water. So maybe I'll try to douse that, drink a bunch of water, flush out the coffee. But yep, we'll see, we'll see. Ah, Bjorn. I miss Bjorn. I wish he was here. Um, sure, we'll see how you are going green. Let's see how it goes today. So let me go grab my breakfast stuff. I need to get some fruit. I have the rest of that watermelon from yesterday. Maybe I'll eat that. I'll start off my breakfast, whatever. Um, I just sent a message. Oh, there it is. Have a delay. Bum, bum, bum. So I've got me porridge. Ooh, I got a mango. I have a mango. Maybe I'm gonna eat that mango. It might go well with this. Mix up the. Any of you guys eat oats for breakfast? Not very talkative this morning, are we? You guys doing all right? bring the chat up. Let's see, pop up chat. So looking at the camera, so I'm looking there. I think it'd be nice to print. Okay. Were you harassing him? Prince seems like a good guy, you know? I haven't met him in person, but it's kind of funny some of the busting his nuts, whatever. I mean, I'm sure he laughs it off a little bit, you know. I mean, there's just a bit of that kind of stuff that you have to do. But some of it just goes beyond, where it's just it's kind of like some sociopath or a narcissist. It's just full of hate and rage. That kind of stuff is just uncalled for. Go to the new channel. New channel name. Go in the description. Sorry, I'm telling my first channel. Go in the description of this video. Here, I should put the link here. Let's see. Oh, you liked it last night? Cool. You liked the Zumba class? That was fun. I wasn't expecting to really do Zumba, but I thought we were just going to watch. Let's see. Oh, you put comment in both. You're getting echo comments. Why did you delete it on that one? Okay, cool. You're subbed to both. What's up, Steve? Oh, you got it? Okay, good. Okay. So it's a very sunny day today, very nice. So go outside, enjoy the day, hopefully get some sun. There's like rain in the forecast on my iPhone weather thing. Okay, gotta hold on. Gotta put a link in there. Wild delay. Pardon me. Hold on a second. Whoop. It's loud. there's lots of ladies here. I have lots of girlfriends. Girlfriends? I don't have a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Girlfriends. Go back for another free meal. That was just a very nice, pleasant surprise. I don't think that it's going to be another free meal there. Who knows? That'd be awesome. But that was very generous, very nice of him. Oh, you've been driving. Okay. Well, don't get injured driving and watching a live stream. Yo, what's up, Glenn? How's it going? Trying to get people converted over to this one, this live stream. Okay, so I ate my oats. I'm gonna maybe eat this watermelon, just because it's kind of going bad. Oh, cool, you made it. Welcome. Oh, cool. Glad you like the layout. It's OBS. I made it in OBS. Oh, diving for lobster. Awesome. Oh, you said, okay, I saw you driving. I didn't, yeah, diving. Oh, awesome. Cool, where are you doing that? Chuckster. Who's the Chuckster? I don't know. We'll see. Yo, what's up, Brett? Plan for tonight? You will see. Going out. Checking out the city. Oh, cool. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Awesome. Oh, that's okay. Cool. So there's lots of lobster you can catch around there. That's cool. So I'm gonna get some fruit now. I think if I start to eat the watermelon, I'm not gonna eat the mango. But if I eat the mango, then I'll start to eat the watermelon, but I won't finish the watermelon. I'm gonna eat the watermelon. So I can always eat the mango tomorrow. So I still have my coffee left over from yesterday. Some of it. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of the RV trip. I've watched some of it, but yeah, I watch it when I can. And this is wet watermelon. I don't want to put it on my table, get it all wet. Let's see. Actually, I can probably find another table over here. You've done dumpster diving. Do you guys know what zines are? Like magazine zines, like kind of like indie magazine. They used to be really popular in the 90s. Yeah. Um, there was one called Comet Bus. It was kind of like popular and sort of like punk rock scene. I guess the guy was kind of like a punk rock kid, or maybe not a kid at the time. I don't know, but he used to he used to write it. It was like handwritten, and I always thought it was like a font that he used, but it was I don't know. It was like because it was so perfect. His handwriting was so perfect and everything, and um, but he's really good at writing, and he wrote about kind of like gutter punk style stuff, you know, like and he used to dumpster dive, and then he'd travel around the country and stuff like that. And whenever he would talk about a city, he would give it a name. Like he wouldn't call it when he was in um, Seattle or something like that. You'd have to figure out what city he was in by what he was calling it. And I think, I mean, like I'm, I don't even remember what he called some of the cities, but it would be like, you know, not Windy City, but I mean like that kind of thing, or you know, Iceberg City or something like that. Um, and then you just kind of know that that was the city that he was in that he was talking about. So, let's see, Speedy Diver. Hmm. Okay. Uh, Catching lobster in Thailand, work for it? I don't know. I would guess not. But do you are you doing it commercially in Miami, or are you just doing it for fun? So does anybody know, like, when you get a watermelon and it doesn't have any seeds, is that like a genetically modified watermelon, or it seems like it's not natural to have seeds in a watermelon, right? I mean, it's convenient as hell, but Oh man, dude, all you do is swim and fish all day for work. That's killer, man. You got looking up zines. Yeah, look up Comet Bus. I would imagine he has a wiki page. There's probably a lot more information. I haven't looked into zine in a while, but I used to be into BMX and stuff like that, and there was lots of zines back in the day. Oh, okay. Well, this one has seeds, so hopefully it won't be it's not genetically modified. But yeah, there was like BMX scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, Comet Bus. That's the one. Although it was one word, Comet Bus. It was all just one word. So I don't know. My first, I'm still trying to get people to go over to my new stream. So if you're watching it, go over to my new live stream, which is the link that I sent there, and subscribe to it. Um, but yeah, there was another zine. Let me think. So it contests. We'd go to contests, and I used to go to national contests and stuff like that, compete when I was a kid, um, and and so everyone would kind of pass out their zines. Like a lot of times it was free, sometimes it was like $1, and then or you'd trade it with other people that made zines and stuff like that, and you just made it like Kinko's or a copy center kind of a thing, and just made multiple copies and made paper stickers. Usually, it's like paper, not not vinyl or anything fancy. And there was like um, there were like the big magazines like Freestyling and BMX Action magazine and stuff like that, and they would be taking photos at the events and stuff. But then the zine makers would be taking photos and stuff, and you get the kind of like underground story of what was happening in the BMX scene. So there were um, there were a group of BMX riders called the Plywood Hoods, and they were from Pennsylvania, and they had a zine. I think it was Mark Eaton made it. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of his zine, whatever, but it was kind of popular. He eventually went into making videos and stuff like that, and I think that's what he does for a living primarily. But he was really good friends with what was that rider's name? There was like a BMX rider that killed himself. Um, he was really good friends with him. He was part of like the Plywood Hood scene, except for that guy was from North Carolina or something like that. But he had his um, he was sponsored by Haro, and he was sponsored by Slim Jim. Like early X Games, this kid was like the top. He was like winning all the contests. Like I can't believe I can't remember his name. Um, but he eventually got into like, I guess kind of sort of dropped out of the BMX scene. I wasn't really following it too much then, but let's see, they have yellow and orange on orange watermelon. Wow, I've never heard of that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Dave Mira, Dave Mira. Um, so do you know? Were you a BMX rider or anything like that? Did you know about Dave? Dave was a really nice guy. I met him. Um, he was a very nice guy. And it's very, 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 very sad. It is very sad that he killed himself because he was just an amazing athlete and a good person. I thought, um, and um, but yeah, killer BMX rider. And I think that I don't know, because his fame and things like that. Yeah, he's dead. He killed himself. He kind of like I don't know what if that fame got to him or something like that, or or like that um, he was dealing with like being very successful at doing freestyle BMX and stuff, which I think maybe he was kind of getting to an age, or there was a younger generation that were kind of coming up on him and stuff like that, and he seemed to start switching to like rally car racing, which is awesome sport, you know. But I don't think he did very well at that. Um, maybe, and I don't know, just a number of factors I think that in his life that caused it. But it was very strange because, from what I remember, he did it in his. He had shot himself. He drove over to a girlfriend's house, and he was married, but he had a girlfriend. I don't think that they had a relationship, like more than just being friends. But I think he shot himself in her driveway. Um, it's pretty damn hardcore. But I guess they had gotten in a fight or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty wild. No, Paul. And Paul, go over to the new live stream. There's a link that I put in the description, and subscribe to the new live stream channel. So that's why I got this one going. But I'm going to be turning this one off, and then it'll just be this. But it's just to pull people over to watch the new channel and subscribe. And hit the bell. Make sure you hit the bell. If you don't hit the bell, you don't get the notification. So, um, yeah, like 12-year-olds doing double backflips now. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I mean, that's now, but there were people coming up at the time. Um, yeah, going green. Were you a BMXer? Um, that was just hardcore news, man. It was just like when I heard that, I was like, wow, man. I mean, this is devastating for the whole BMX scene and stuff like that. Because he was like a he was a great guy, and I knew a lot of people in that scene and stuff like that. And I had gotten out of it before it kind of got X Games popular and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, it was wild. But I knew him back way back. Like, when he was younger than me, and and I remember him competing against one of my friends, um, and it was just like, wow, this guy is like, you know, when he was kind of small kid and he was like really good, um, but then he just kind of burst into like being the mega awesome X Games guy that he was. Oh, you had a dyno? Cool. I had a dyno also. That was a great bike. Um, my first bike was a GT Pro Performer. Um, I had that forever until it got stolen at a contest. I used to stole it, and so I got a what did I get? I think I got a dyno after that. Probably one of my favorite bikes. Um, I got a sponsorship. I had a few sponsorships, whatever, but I had a Mongoose sponsor. Not through Mongoose, but they gave me a bike. Long story, whatever, um, but the Mongoose was actually a pretty killer bike too. I ended up breaking that. Only frame that I ever broke, but I actually liked the geometry of that. It was pretty cool. And eventually, oh yeah, Trail Boss. Eventually, I got a S&M Sabbath. That thing was a beast. That thing is heavy. I I I loved it and I hated it. Hey, Benny the Mac, how's it going? I watched your video. That was awesome. Your place is great. Looks awesome. And I look forward to seeing your videos coming up when you're doing your travel uh, in Philippines and Cambodia, like you were talking about, Manila. That'd be awesome. So I'm streaming to this on this channel, but I'm trying to get people to convert over to the other one and subscribe to it. Because when I get up 1,000 subscribers to that one, then I can start live streaming outside on that one. But right now I can't get donations on that one. Um, but yeah. Anyway, that's the story. Just kind of waking up and eating some watermelon and talking about old BMX stuff. So if you guys don't know Benny the Mac, he is a very awesome, generous guy. You should go to Benny the Mac um, and subscribe to his channel because he has a lot of new videos coming up, and they're going to be awesome. Cool, thank you, Benny. I'll still be live streaming from both channels, so but we'll see how it plays out. Oh, the new RV trip has started. Oh wow. I don't know where they're headed on that RV trip. Are they headed back to Florida or something like that? Let's see. Let me go back and read these. Yeah, Dave. Did he have a show on MTV? Probably. I would imagine it. He was had all kinds of endorsements and stuff. And I always thought it was kind of weird when he was sponsored by Slim Jim. I don't know. I was vegetarian. Like that was back when I was like a grumpy vegetarian. You know what I mean? Like when you first start off with that kind of stuff, and you're just like like all aggro and stuff. I mean, that was probably one of his biggest sponsors as far as money wise, I would imagine. So, but obviously that wasn't his diet. Oh, they're in San Francisco now. Oh man, I want to watch that. That's awesome. I love San Francisco. It's a cool city. Yo, what's up, Benny? Cheers. What time is it where you're at? You're in Australia now, right? Still? Oh, a big ripper? Is that like a PK ripper? Um, those are cool bikes. Um, what was the name of that company that made the Ripper models, that are the PK Ripper? Um, but that was like one of the OG BMX companies when BMX went from BMX riding to freestyle trick riding and stuff like that. What's the guy named Fred Blood used to ride it. He was he was like I think with the BMX Action Trick Team with RL Osborne. And RL rode for Redline. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny because Benny, I guess Going Green does commercial fishing in Florida. So, but Benny seems to do pretty well um, with catching the blue crabs and the different seafood and stuff like that. And he knows how to cook it up, the salt water and stuff like that. And yeah, so let's see. Oh, okay. I've never heard of a big dino. I've heard of. So is that like a cruiser, like the bigger style? It weighs like 2 pounds. That's not very much. Um, I liked. I'm trying to think of some of the BMX bikes that I used to like. But I never like Haro. I never really got into Haro, but I thought it was a good quality bike and everything. Um, and it was kind of like they had the the Haro Master and the Haro Sport. Those are the two main freestyle bikes because I rode freestyle. I never really got into BMX. I immediately got into freestyle. That was doing tricks and stuff like that. Um, okay, I'll have to look it up. Okay, cool. It sounds like a cruiser or a larger frame bike. It's a larger frame style. Um, but it's crazy what BMX has turned into. I mean, the evolution of freestyle and BMX and stuff like that is just insane. I mean, what they do now. I mean, what an average trick guy go out on the course and he'll do a couple. Like someone said, 12-year-olds doing double backflips now. I mean, just a backflip will be a standard trick just as they go out. But just the endurance, when they're riding the ramps now, it's just like bam, 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 nailing it all and stuff like that. I mean, if you watched a contest back in the day, the kids now would fall asleep. I mean, they didn't do half as many tricks. They weren't anywhere near as amazing as these tricks. There was one guy named Jose Yanez, and he was the only one at the time who could do a backflip, and it was kind of like a circus stunt sort of thing. It was like his only thing he could do, or his main thing he could do, I should say. Not the only. He knew how to do other tricks, but it was very unusual. So and he did it on this like kind of a crazy jump ramp thing, special for that. Um, but one of the most awesome things was to like lake jump. I don't know if you guys ever lake jumped and like jumped a ramp on a BMX bike into a lake, just whoosh, ride it in or bail and stuff like that. That was fun. And another thing was fun is you hang a rope from a tree and you put a BMX tire at the bottom of it, and then you stick your head through it with your arms, and then so it wraps around you here. You get on your bike and you start pedaling, and then you go up in the air. We used to call it the invisible half pipe. And then as soon as your wheels touch the ground, you do a little quick crank, and then boom, you're up in the air again. But then eventually, once you start getting like so much air, you don't have to crank, and you just sort of hold the bike up in the air when you're going down. So then you're just like going foo, and then you can do all kinds of tricks and stuff like that. It was fun, man. I'd actually like to do that again. That was that was a blast. I don't know if I've lost a bunch of you guys talking about BMX. But any other topics you want to talk about? You know what would be cool? Was there a zine about, or is there a zine about fishing? I think that would be a really cool kind of thing to start in the fishing community, maybe. Um, I guess nowadays you'd have a YouTube channel or whatever, but just the idea of having like a little paper magazine, just kind of simple, and you can have some photos in it and lay it out like a magazine. It might be a kind of a cool retro thing to do, and to have fishing stories and stuff like that. Um, I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. Oh yeah, size of a beach cruiser. Okay, that's what it sounded like. Oh, okay. Wow, it's crazy light. Oh, awesome. Yeah, man, beach cruisers are fun. I like old school, like Schwinn style beach cruisers and stuff, especially being around the beach. Um, when I lived in Los Angeles, I used to ride um, road bikes, just haul ass, just, just blaze through the city. I'd ride my bike from at the time when I was living in Hollywood. I'd ride from Hollywood to Santa Monica, and then I'd ride down the coast as far as I could or wanted to, and then ride back, and then ride Santa Monica back to Hollywood, and that was a fun ride. But sometimes I'd ride with a group of people, and we'd all just be hauling ass and everything, really fast, and you just ride, nonstop, blazing through traffic lights and stuff like that. Really dangerous stuff. I actually had a friend who got severely injured doing that, uh, and uh, and I had a gun pulled on me one time, and where was I? I was riding through. I was coming back from Santa Monica. I was by myself. I just left some friends or whatever, I think, and split off from them. I think they were like in Culver City, so they kind of jetted off. And so I was heading back the last stretch from there, going through West Hollywood, which is kind of a weird place to get a gun pulled on you, if you know L.A. But it was kind of some gangsters in a SUV. So they just were not happy with me riding my bike in the street. And so when they rolled up on me, window down, showed me a gun, it was just like, something, something, something kind of thing. And I was like, and what are you going to do? It's like, just kind of kept rolling. And there was a cop that had just pulled up. It was like, he was kind of waiting on a light kind of thing. And the cop had just pulled up, so I just kept riding up. And I think that also helped because, I don't think he really would have shot me on the street in West Hollywood or whatever, but so hopefully it was, or whatever it was, he didn't do anything. And I rolled up, and then I told the cop, and the cop was like, "What am I going to do?" And I'm like, "You're a cop. What do you mean, what are you going to do?" You're going to fucking pull that guy over. He's got a gun, and he just threatened to shoot me. I would go back to Hawaii, but I wouldn't move there, to answer your question. And, but you should come over to the new channel and subscribe. Watch over here. Please. And hit the bell. So let's see. Oh, wow. You're going to do live lobster diving streams. Awesome, man. Well, I don't know if you've ever done live streams, but you can't do it underwater unless you, like Wi-Fi, you cannot do it underwater unless you have a line that will go underwater. So you have to be hardwired to your transmitter transmitting your live stream. So if you have something connected to your tank, which I'm sure wouldn't be very difficult to do, considering if you do have some sort of line that's you're normally tethered to, which you're probably not, I would imagine. Anyway, you got to do that because if you can't put Wi-Fi underwater, at least you can't put it under very deep. I mean, you might be able to do surface Wi-Fi. Bjorn was actually able to do it when he was here, which was kind of amazing, but it'll really cut off. Hey, what's up? Join us over to the new channel and subscribe, please. I just put a link there in the description. And let's see. Oh, you're just playing? No, I mean, I think that would be pretty cool, I mean, I don't think that I don't know, I've never really looked into it, but I watch a lot of live streams, even about topics that I'm not interested in, or things that I wouldn't normally be interested in. I specifically look for live streams and stuff like that. And just the whole live element for me is a lot more interesting than edited videos and stuff like that, because and there's the interaction element, but then there's also the reality of it, the realness, and when you're dealing with edited videos, I mean, I've been an editor and made videos, like I said, all my career or whatever before, and it's just such, it's like deception, a lot of people do it. When I make videos, I mean, I try not to go there because it's just like it's sort of like if you lie, then you're gonna have to follow that lie forever, kind of thing. So don't lie, and don't make videos that are, making yourself into, you know, something else or whatever, and that's what I see, and it's blatantly obvious when I watch some. I'm not going to name any names, but you watch some edited videos and stuff like that, and they're not live streamers or whatever, and they're more edited video, giving a perception of, you know, making people believe that their lives are they're better or they're some sort of better person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Changing the reality. No signal at all. I mean, like you can't even take a wire down, whatever. Have a wire. I mean, I would imagine a wire would you could be able to go as deep as you want. But yeah, Wi-Fi signal. It would, like I said, I've messed with it like in Hawaii and stuff like that, and you can't go down very deep at all unless something's changed recently. But Wi-Fi, there's an interception because the water surface and stuff. It won't do it. But I think that would be something that I would definitely get into is like because I love being in the water is I would do like I'm not a diver, but I like snorkeling, surface diving, and stuff like that, and checking out the nature. And that would be a killer channel that I would totally make or watch or make or both. But that's something that I have. I mean, there are so many possibilities for live streams, and people. It's just the whole like this IRL thing. I mean, I think it's a very newish kind of concept or whatever, but I think that it will become popular eventually, possibly, or it may die out like hologram videos or or 3D videos. I'm really surprised that 360 cameras never really took off. I think maybe eventually in the future or something like that. I guess it's probably because they're so difficult to edit with the footage. But 360 camera technology is killer. Yeah, not an antenna. I mean, it cannot be like you cannot transmit underwater. Um, yeah, so like you'd have to have a wire. I actually looked into when I was in Hawaii. I looked into the whole um, going underwater and filming. And at the time, this is a couple of years ago. At the time, people you literally had to hardwire it, and I would imagine it's still the same. I mean, um, uh, yeah, amazing technology doing IRL. Yeah, I mean, think about Randall. Think about all the possibilities, that haven't even been, touched yet with doing IRL. I mean, like we're talking about here. I mean, if you were like going green and doing lobster diving, bam, first to market. You're the first and only IRL live streamer doing, um, you know, diving, or even specifically lobster diving or something like that. Whatever the niche. I mean, I personally don't think that limiting it, a lot of times people say do that, but that's only when you're in a market that's saturated. But if there's no market, then you can kind of be a lot more diverse with your subjects. Yeah, it gets boring here sometimes, but it gets boring anywhere. Um, but yeah, I do miss surfing. But I sold my BMX bike a couple years ago and haven't really, I don't know. Every once in a while when I see someone with a BMX bike, I'll get on it and do some tricks and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's one of those things that keep up with BMX quite as much. But surfing is one of the sports. It's good and healthy for you. A lot of the guys that surf in Hawaii are old, so um, it keeps you really fit and stuff like that. Just swimming, Okay. Let's see. Really? There was a girl here that you knew that live streamed her showers. Wow. I wonder if there's an audience for me. I'll live stream my showers. That would be the most cringe audience. Oh man, this watermelon is just, I don't know. I need to drink some coffee. I love coffee. So it's like very nice and clear and sunny out today. Beautiful weather, but I'm just concerned that it might rain a little bit later. So I don't know. Oh, on WhatsApp? Sorry, I didn't want to mouthful. Okay, cool. Talk to you later. Enjoy your day. Um, okay, so there's a link. Go to the link, subscribe, hit the bell. That's my new live stream channel. So I'm just converting people over to this one. You read all, yeah, I mean, and these spoons are great. This is like this kind of spoon that, whatever the soup spoons here, and it has a nice edge to it. It's like a shovel. But you know what? The old Thai ladies that I know, when I get a watermelon, they laugh at me because I cut the watermelon in half. I cut it like a bowl and I eat it, because I usually eat one side and then the other side. And I don't slice it traditional way, like eating it in rectangles and stuff like that. I eat it like a bowl of soup or something like that. Eat it with a spoon. And one lady, she's always like, because I buy a lot of fruit, and she's like, "You eat too much. You eat too much. Too much fruit, or too much food." Don't be confused. Just go over to the other one. This is to convert people over. That's why this one is rolling. But eventually, I will be turning this one off, and then you'll just have this one. Converting people over. Karate Kid, I think Karate Kid's, I don't know, I texted him this morning, it's possibly sleeping. It's 11:30 now, and I haven't heard back from him, so not exactly sure. But hopefully I'll meet up with him again today. Let's see. Yeah, the other one's going just to convert people over. So that's the deal. Um, yeah, the fruit's good. It's not refined sugar, so it's not like a bad sugar. Um, it's good for you. But oh, you want to import seaweed snacks like the from Thailand? Um, yep, this is the new one. Were you over there? Yep. Welcome, welcome to the new live stream channel. So this is the channel that I'm going to be doing live stream from. That's why it's Chuck Wow Live. So need to bring up the subscribers so I can live stream outside from this one. Um, uh, so that's what we're doing. We're converting over from here over to here. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Importing seaweed snacks into the U.S. That sounds like a great idea. Um, the like, there's actually lately I've been eating these crackers that have seaweed in them. It's mostly cracker, but it has the seaweed taste and stuff. Um, they're really good, but all of the different seaweed snacks, those are really good. You know what they used to make at 7-Eleven, which I miss, were the watermelon seeds, and then they put the Thai spice on it. So it's like very kind of seasoned with spicy watermelon. But it was like the inside of the watermelons. It wasn't the outside, we had to bite it off. They had already taken the seed off, and then it's just the seed inside. So those were mixed with Thai spices, and it was just, oh, it's delicious. They had like 3 different types. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was about 5 or 6 years ago here in Thailand they used to sell that. Man, it's good stuff. Um, yeah, I actually I don't follow world politics much these days, so I'm not exactly sure what about the murder, what is going on with that. Um, yeah, in Korea, Korean seaweed. Pay YouTube to promote a channel? Nah. Let's do it naturally. I don't know even if that's possible. I don't think you can do that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Let's see. Whatever happened to the power plant? Now that's kind of it was over. Like she was not feeling well, and so I moved on. So that's it. End of story. Um, let's see. Yeah, actually, I actually called 7-Eleven in the U.S. when I wanted to get some of those watermelon snacks, and I was like, "Hey, how can I get these watermelon snacks that they used to sell in Thailand that I used to get?" I was like, "Is it possible to import them or to get them from you, or order online or something?" And they're like, "No." But you know how 7-Eleven has a variety of products that have their name on and stuff like that. You know, maybe I just wasn't talking to the right person. I was just simply calling a customer service kind of thing. I think I don't know. But if you kind of dig deep into the company, you might be able to make some sort of arrangement with them, and even maybe rebrand it, with your own logo or something like that. Who knows? Um, let's see. But yeah, I haven't talked to any seaweed snack companies here. That's a really good idea. I mean, I think especially because it's a vegetarian thing too. Anybody could eat it. They have the stuff that the seafood ones or whatever, but um, and buy subs and views even. I'm not going to buy them. Not interested in that. Wow. Yeah, that's another one. Don't follow the stock market. I don't know. Any conspiracy theories? No. Really? Is this the big one? The recession is coming? Yeah. So, um, woo, RV trip. So, um, yeah, um, fix it. Come over here to the. There's the link. Let's see. Come over to the new live stream channel and subscribe. This is where I'll be doing live streams from. Um, let's see what I'm reading in the chat here. You want to see some condos videos? Okay, I might do that. I mean, it's something that I'm not too interested in, but it seems like there's a lot of people that want to watch that kind of stuff. Um, I like like apartments and condo stuff. I'm gonna do maybe both. Um, is it Rando? Are you saying like specifically why are you interested in those? You want to see for price? You want to see nicer quality kinds of places? Like what sort of range are you interested in? I think yeah, Burger King has had a veggie burger for quite some time. I've known about it for years. They've had one, but I don't know if they have a new one. But I try to avoid. I actually haven't not been to. I mean, I've been inside of McDonald's to use their bathroom, but I don't shop at McDonald's. And I bought some French fries at Burger King, um, but I try to stay away from those places. Um, but maybe I don't know. It's one of those things. I guess it's like of a habit sort. You know, I think initially the reason why I did that is just because I was like, you know, protesting, those types of places, just being a vegetarian. It sort of turns into like a habit, you know. Um, but if because like ethical companies, but there's so many companies that you have to, that are not quite ethical. Um, how they treat their employees and all of these different things. How they treat the companies that they do business with. For instance, like Walmart or Amazon or Burger King or McDonald's or whatever. But it's one of those things that as I grow older and stuff, you start to understand how business works and stuff. And when you're an enormous company like that, there's people that are going to get squashed. And what is it called? The uh, cost benefit ratio? Is that what it's called? Something like that. The when you know, yeah, I don't know. it's I don't even want to get into that deep of a conversation. Sorry, I'm not. um, Cost benefit analysis, whatever. Anyway, but hmm. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, well, if it's no meat, it's plant based. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I would imagine. I mean, it's a huge company. They'd probably make a tasty product, out of that. But but as far as like uh, hello, Amy. So come over to the new channel. The link is right there above your message, and join us in the new live Chuck Wow Live channel. Um, Subscribe to both because there'll be content on both. But converting people over, I'm going to be doing live streams from the Chuck Wow Live channel, which is the link is in the description. So thank you. Um, let's see. Oh, really, Randall? It's okay. So is it the one next to Central Festival? Um, let's see. Oh, okay. That's a bad one. Okay, cool. Welcome, Amy. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. You know, it was one thing. As far as like, there's. I don't know if you guys do this. Do you guys avoid certain companies? That have bad ethical practices or something like that. Like I was just saying, it's kind of a tough one because you know, for instance, let's just say like Walmart, um, or even Amazon. You know, it's like it squashes a lot of the competition, gets rid of a lot of like the brick and mortar businesses and things like that. But the way Amazon works is that it's a bunch of people working from home that are have their own businesses and they sell through Amazon. It's a amazing idea for a business model. I mean, it's to have that where you have all these people working from home and selling products, and then they do or they can pay Amazon, do fulfillment by Amazon or whatever. And I mean, I don't know too much about this topic. I'm sure there may be some people that sell on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, all corporations are bad. It's uh, big corporations. It's be true. It's kind of like, I mean, just anything. You have big you have big countries. You have your nation states. You have big governments. You know, you have big anything, and when a big building, a big building comes down, too big. Think of the whole concept, too big to fail. Big government, a big corporation. There's it's can devastate, you know, population or you know the world. Um, I mean, just right now, you guys were just talking about like the stock market and um, uh, you know, the economy of the U.S. is so important for the rest of the world. Um, you know, it affects so many other people and countries and stuff like that. Um, Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about alcohol and stuff like that, just as far as a little bit that I know of the U.S. with alcohol and stuff, um, or just some of the, tequila brands and stuff, you know, a large corporation or successful corporation, they have their shareholders. I mean, if it's a publicly traded company, they have to answer to and stuff. And these are kind of like, could be you. You may own stock in a company and stuff like that. So they have to constantly be thinking of ways of making better profit. So they have to cut corners, make a cheaper product and stuff like that. And you know, who's to blame for that? You know, people point at the company. Sometimes they point at the CEO. Um, but who's the one standing behind them saying, "Hey, I gave you money. I want return on my investment." It may be you, maybe the shareholder. Um, you know, it's like there are a lot of people that are kind of, to I hate to get into this, but like the blame or that are responsible for the things, ethical practices that maybe we don't agree with. Whether you're directly the person that did that, or whether you're indirectly the person, like being the shareholder. You know, you need to make those choices in life, kind of like not shopping at McDonald's for me. Um, maybe they make a delicious veggie burger. Maybe, you know, whatever. But it's. I understand that it's entirely possible, but the reason why I don't eat it, for one, like I just said, it was habit. But it's also something that it's a um, that they represent something that I don't agree with. So it's very tough to walk that line, of ethics and stuff like that, because you can paint yourself into some really weird corner, and realistically, um, it's like fishing. Guys like Benny and stuff, they go out and fish. That's cool, and even doing commercial fishing on a scale that is it's not trying to there's not so much waste and destruction of it. Um, People need to eat, um, but then you deal with like these bigger fishing companies and stuff that apparently, I mean, because I know a lot of fishermen in Hawaii and stuff, and they say that these big fishing companies, and a lot of them from other countries, they just kind of just gobble up all the fish, and there's a lot of waste in that process, and they're just making a lot of money, and it's making it hard for the smaller, commercial fishermen to make a living and stuff, and it's that kind of thing. It's not to say that you should not fish or not, people should live their life. I mean, if you want to eat, whatever you want to eat. Um, but you know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Uh, yeah, I know if you don't have a lot to say, but it's sort of like this. It's kind of like I don't have a lot to say when I go and uh, buy a product from a company. But by not buying a product from that company that you don't agree with, you're sending a message to that company. You know, um, so don't consume from companies or places that you don't agree with. And, but it's just I don't know if you guys know what Jainism was, but it's kind of like an extreme. If I get it right, it's kind of like an extreme. Back in the day, it was like an extreme kind of a vegan diet or something. Not diet, but I mean practice where it's like they didn't even want to step on the ground because they didn't want to squish bugs and stuff like that. You know, like I said, you can paint yourself into these weird corners of things where when when you're dealing with ethics and stuff, that it's just like, how far are you really going to go with that kind of thing? You know, to where it's just absurd. You know, um, with anything you do. Um, you know what I'm saying? um, yeah, I mean, like the whole economy thing. I'm surprised stuff changed. Um, hasn't changed, you know, sooner. In terms of like, because it seems like it's all based on some, yeah, some kind of, what was that term? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Some of this is just such too serious of a topic of talking about that it's like, it'd be kind of a bummer. It's it's uh it's something that like I don't have any control of, so I don't invest too much into it or whatever. And I certainly don't want it to be telling anybody else. And there are other people that know a hell of a lot more than I knew about economics and things like that, and the way things work, and whatever. I can just only do my thing, and I'm not you know trying to, at this point in my life, I'm not trying to like tell you know tell someone else you know uh, yeah, I'm a vegetarian that I don't care if you eat meat. That's my point. Um, really, it's actual condo. Hmm. Oh, this watermelon is just kind of not doing it. But yeah, it's these are all things that's just necessary, I guess. Um, some things are necessary, I guess, when you're sort of you know have um, yeah, I don't know. It's like I've met plenty of CEOs and things like that for companies. They're not bad people. They're not like kind of, I can't say for all of them, but the ones that I've met, some of them that getting to know them and filming them and things like that for making videos for them, they have families too. They want people to live a good life. Um, they're not like these sinister people. Yo, what's up, Lewis? Oh, do I eat with someone eating meat? Certainly. I don't have a problem with anybody. That's the thing. I try to make it very clear. I don't have a problem with anybody eating meat, and if you eat it around me, and even if it's in some cases, I mean, I prefer not to, but if it's like on a plate or something, like for instance, the other day, um, I was telling some that they wanted to eat meat. They want to get a meat lover's pizza. I want to get a veggie pizza. I was like, we can just half it down the middle. It's okay with me. Um, yeah, no worries. So, so yeah. So no, I don't have a problem at all. I think it's cool, especially like fishing. I mean, I have a lot of fishing friends and stuff like that, so I always like to hear their stories and and see what they do and stuff like that. Um, I like watch. watching that, seeing that kind of thing. Um, but I think it's just a chill activity, you know, uh, going out on a boat, fishing, chilling out, drinking beers, enjoying life. It's pretty damn cool. Can't frown on that. Yeah, yeah. There are a few hotels around that you pay like 100 baht. You can go in the swimming pool. Um, I've been meaning to do it, but I haven't done it lately. I haven't had the time. I think it might be a cool stream. I'll bring a girl and go to a pool and chill, drink some beers, or not drink some beers, just hang out. But also for 100 baht, you can go to the water park. So big water slide. But I guess it's sort of a different vibe than chilling by a pool. So yeah, vegans are they don't eat dairy products. I eat dairy products, so I'm just vegetarian. Vegan's a lot more hardcore. I mean, a lot of my diet is kind of vegan, whatever. I mean, I don't typically buy, especially when I'm not here. I've started eating more eggs than I really care to eat living here. It's a food option that's, um, but I don't like eating a lot of tofu and stuff. Although I've had tofu here, once again, a lot more than I really want to have. Um, but um, and even rice, it's like I you know I've had this conversation with Charlie, and he likes to argue about this, whatever. But I'm not trying to defend rice or whatever kind of thing. But I typically ate quinoa as an option instead of rice for a number of reasons. You know, uh, and uh, one of those reasons, it's a hell of a lot quicker and easier to make than rice. Um, and I actually kind of like quinoa. Um, Not that rice is bad, rice is good. but but here, there it's like rice, eggs, tofu that I never really ate much. Um, Not that I didn't eat a lot of rice. I mean, why? There's tons of rice. But anyway, you like tofu? Eh, it's all right. I mean, if for options of that kind of thing, I prefer like seitan, not Satan, but seitan, and um, let me see. Uh, what's the other one? Tempeh. Tempeh is good. I like tempeh. I like cooking with it. Actually, and tempeh is fermented food also, so that's a good one to have as a combination. Um, yeah, someone just asked about that, Lewis. Uh, that's the last I saw her, or I've walked by there. I haven't seen her, so I don't know. She's probably just kind of was working there one night, and then maybe that's why she didn't know her tolerance. Maybe her brother who worked there brought her in or something. I don't know. She was just kind of entertainment for hanging out. So, um, yeah, that's Randall. That's why that's one of the reasons why I stopped eating soy products and stuff like that. But yeah, people die calm. Yeah, kimchi. So kimchi, sauerkraut. Um, what's the other one? Kombucha, which kombucha here is like kind of really expensive. It's like for one bottle of it, it's like 250 or something like that. It's totally like I don't know, but I don't know if it's just because of the novelty of it or whatever, but it's fermented. You gotta have one of the scobies. You put it in. I made it one time. My ex girlfriend. It's kind of a pain, but mass production, I would imagine. I don't know. Shouldn't cost too much. Um, but so here, Lewis, I'm streaming on my new channel here. There's the link. So go over to there and subscribe to that channel and hit the bell. Um, and I'm going to be doing live streams from this other channel. But this right now, I'm just sort of like whatever, converting people, you know. Let's see, how's this? How's it not pasting? Wow, I didn't realize that there was like a time limit on pasting a link. Oops. Let's see. Oh, you want to eat I can never say that. Edamame. Um, uh, yeah, that's actually the one where I kind of cut I'll eat it. However, I typically eat it when I buy it because I specifically look on the bag for whether it's non-GMO. Um, if it says it's non-GMO, because soybeans and you know genetically modified, it's soy is one of the largest or was. This is where information changes and things, but that a couple of years ago, last time I looked, that soybeans were the biggest genetically modified food product. Um, so I'm not really into frankenfood. Um, so being a guinea pig for some corporation that's making food, you know, their argument is that they're gonna, feed the hungry with it and stuff like that. But I see them feeding Americans with it, um, feeding whoever will eat it and stuff. And I whether it's the trickle down economics sort of idea that where it's going to eventually help the poor or something like that. I don't know if I'm buying that, but whatever. That's a big topic, and I first learned about GM uh, and people protesting against GM products when I was in New Zealand many years ago. And I was like, it's like no GM. All these farms had no GM and stuff, and I was like, what is GM? I had no idea what the hell it was. This is like I don't even know how long ago. It was like guessing, I don't know, 15 years ago or more, or something like that. Um, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. Time flies. But then it's a very popular, controversial topic in Hawaii, of course. A lot of like Monsanto, which I guess Bayer bought Monsanto, so um, uh, they uh, it's very controversial there because they have a lot of land and they harvest seeds there. So all the seeds are kind of grown in Hawaii. Not all of them, a lot of them. They just use the land to harvest the seeds and stuff. And so that kind of, you know, people can say that, can damage the soil or affect the ecosystem. So let's see. Yeah, that'd be cool to go bowling. That'd be awesome. Okay, yeah, no problem, Louis. Um, oh wow, I'll have to check out. They have a happy hour bowling. That'd be cool. Okay. Yeah, I like bowling. It's fun. When I was younger, it was one of those things where I was, trying out different sports and stuff like that. And I actually did bowling for one season or whatever, tried it out. Hmm. So I'm just reading through all the chat here. Yeah, soybeans are the biggest. Yeah, corn. I used to really get into like the whole like just protesting of GM products and stuff like that, but I don't know. I kind of got to the point in my life where I just try to do my thing the best that I can, and you know, um, and going about telling others how to live their lives and stuff like that is not really my thing anymore. Not that it was like any big thing before, but it's just we only have so much time in this world, and, in our life, and if you take you walk the right path for yourself, then that you feel is right and stuff, and not sit around and you know point and tell other people. I mean, it's like cast the first stone. Are you perfect? I mean, a lot of people cast stones at me and stuff like that. And I'll tell you, I bet those people are, they sound pretty miserable to me. um, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Okay, so go click the link above. Um, which click the link above you and go to the new live stream channel and subscribe to that, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, I drink caffeine. I try to avoid it, whatever. Just because too much of that good caffeine, coffee and stuff is bad for you. Um, but gluten, I don't have a problem with gluten. I don't have any sort of um, allergic reaction or anything like that. So, oh wow, that'd be cool. Um, yeah, bowling alleys with all the lights and they do the neon bowling. That'd be. I'll look into that. That'd be fun. I think I've caught up with chat here. Um, yeah, live and let live. Yep. All right, Lewis. Yeah, I mean, it's like yeah. Well, it's not recognized because it's a brand new channel. So give it a little bit of time, and once everybody starts subscribing and watching this channel, then it will pick up. But it takes some time. Yesterday was the first day I posted a video to it, so it's of course it's not going to show up. It actually shows up if you search it and then scroll down far, but yeah, that's why I've been posting the link. So you specifically go to this and not mistaken. It's this. Um, uh, yeah, Randall, I'm not exactly sure as far as the size. I'm not sure what your size is, whatever, but yeah, so I'm not really sure. Um, I don't know. Sorry. They probably have some. I haven't looked or whatever, but I would imagine if you search in the Streamlabs merch or do a Google search Streamlabs merch, then product descriptions or something like that. I would imagine that they talk about whether it shrinks or size chart. I think actually there is a size chart in there somewhere. It should be on the product page when you're looking at the product. Um, what is the agenda today? Well, I don't know. I'd like to go outside and get some sun. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go out and get some sun. I'm going to walk around, hang out, talk to people, enjoy life, have fun, do what I do. Oh, okay. Yeah, my weight fluctuates. Like, about a month or so ago, I was like on hardcore sort of budget diet or whatever, and uh, and then I started looking at myself and going, damn, I'm like gaunt, like very thin. So I started eating more, um, and but my weight goes up and down. But then I also like if I have sweet tooth, so I'll eat a lot of sweets and stuff like that. Um, and no, that's not true. Whatever. Um, let's see. Um, so go up and go to the link of the new live stream channel and click over and watch it here. Subscribe. Um, let's see. Okay. Well, I guess it's whatever they say. Um, good morning. So go to the link above that I posted and go to the new Chuck Wow live stream channel. It's on there, and subscribe and watch over here because I'm going to be live streaming from this channel um, exclusively, or eventually once it has the 1,000 subscribers, which is so I can live stream outside. Oh, cool! Welcome. So subscribe to both because I'm going to have content on both, and I will have live streams on the other as well. So um, go into the description of this, and there's a PayPal link. There's a merch store. If you go to the channel that you found me on, that has text to speech. When I'm doing, you can do text to speech there, and actually it will play it on both because you can hear it here. And but when I'm live streaming on that one, currently you can. Um, so I'm reading in both and trying to speak what it's saying. Yeah. Anyway, when you can, when I live stream that, I can do text to speech. Eventually, I will do text to speech on this one once I get the 1,000 subscribers up on it, and then I can go through that process. But I already have Streamlabs set up on the new channel. It's just that I haven't set it up to where I can do it off my desktop. I guess there is a way probably where I can set up the text to speech on through OBS, but I haven't figured that out yet. The best way? I don't know. PayPal probably. So paypal.me/ChuckWowShow. But thank you very much. I would appreciate that. And when when you donate through that, I get a notification on my phone, and then I will thank you for that if you do that live. But I appreciate it. Thank you. how was it meeting Bjorn in person? It was awesome. He's a cool guy. I've watched his channel for a while now, and to meet him in person, I was like, honored. It was a great. It was cool that he. I don't know if you watched that day, but he was on his stream, and then it was like, oh, he's gonna meet me, and then I was like, wow, I'm gonna meet him, and then I came up and stalked him or whatever, and came up behind him when he was at the ATM and shocked him or whatever. But yeah, it was great hanging out with him. He's a really nice guy, really smart guy, um, and you know, he's a very interesting character. We all like to watch. Yeah, no, I mean, as far as okay, so the weight loss thing you mentioned, tablets. I don't like to take too many pharmaceuticals for things, but the whole weight thing, that's just it's just something that I don't think it's any different from what what normally with people, but even with me in my life, I sometimes I eat a lot and I'm not exercising, and that affects the weight and stuff. And sometimes I eat a little bit. A lot of times when it's hot weather, I'll just drink water and liquids and stuff like that, and not eat as much. Sometimes when I get really busy and stuff. Um, so I had a variety of things. I had stress. I had being busy. I had budget. These are three main factors that why I lost my weight. Um, but uh, but then I was like, okay, got to snap out of it. Got to focus and eat right, get more sleep. Still working on that one, and and balance life. Enjoying life. I've been really working hard to make this YouTube channel to going and stuff like that, and it's like it's not easy. Um, so it takes time, takes a lot of effort. Do I see Dr. Ken? Uh, yeah, I mean he was just on the stream the other day. Had him on, and is not easy to get a hold of these days. I don't know what it was before. It was very easy to get in touch with him, but I think it's maybe he's been focusing on rewriting some of his books and his ebooks and things like that. Um, uh, and But I actually went to his apartment. It was very interesting going over there and talking to him. But, do I drink tap water in Thailand? No. Um, I typically don't drink tap water anywhere, um, uh, unless it's filtered. Um, but I have had tap water here. Um, I've had people offer me a glass of water, and like, sure, why not? I'll drink it. Um, yeah, the one with Dr. Ken, I just kind of it wasn't very informative, and I was kind of experimenting with excuse me, I was kind of experimenting with doing what do you call it? Doing OBS and doing text to speech with him and stuff like that. And I think that because people hadn't seen him in so long, and some people, you know, were unaware of him and maybe weren't necessarily tuning in. But before, when we were doing live streams more frequently together, he um, uh, he had a lot of people that are really interested in him and stuff like that. But I think that kind of lost momentum when I was not able to. Thank you for buying the shirt. So now you know you can shock me when you buy some merch. I have a Scream on there. And if you do that, if you buy merch when I'm out in public and everyone hears that Scream, that's not the first time that it's shocked me. I was in a 7-Eleven and someone did it, and it was like, ah! So yeah, that's the sound that I hear when someone buys merch from the merch store. Thank you for buying the shirt. So um, anyway, I'm still working on this watermelon. This is not the tastiest watermelon at this point. It's probably somewhat bad. But it's got seeds, so at least it's not GM. Hopefully. Um, what the hell were we just talking about before that? Bjorn or weight loss. Man, I don't know how many of you guys watch Bjorn, but he's awesome. He's hilarious. That guy, content king. He's yeah, like he told me the story. I didn't realize, but um, he used to stream games like back in the day, like a long time ago. I don't remember how many years, but it was like 12 years ago or something like that. He said, and then and then he decided he wanted to kind of increase his viewers and stuff like that. And he said that he flew to the United States and and kind of met up, intentionally went and met up with Ice Poseidon to gain more viewers and get whatever turned into content king that he is today, or to help him out, boost his numbers and stuff, and and uh, and yeah, I mean that's where I found him. It's a good thing. So let's see. Karate Kid said the watermelon's 2 weeks old. Yeah, it's. I bought it about. I think I bought it maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half. I mean, it's been in my refrigerator. Still sort of be good. It's not. It's not completely. I don't know. It's not like I'm eating some rotten, nasty, rotten thing, whatever. But it's sort of whatever. It's all right. I'm not gonna fall over. Oh, really? Bjorn was? Good for him, man. That's awesome. So was he in? I don't. Man, I haven't seen it. So someone said he was in they're in San Francisco, the RV now. Uh, is that where he was yesterday? I'm trying to think the name of. There used to be a bar that I like to go to. It was like a restaurant, but it was like a tiki bar. I used to be way into like tiki bars, vintage tiki bars, like Trader Vic's and stuff like that. I'd go to like Trader Vic's in different cities, collect mugs and things like that. Collect a lot of like, um, you know, vintage memorabilia, like Vegas style stuff. I used to travel around the United States. I mean, I've been to like all the states, just traveling around and doing video. I used to program video walls a long time ago, before I was like an editor. I mean, I was trained at all of these things, but yeah, I used to program video walls, like big, large screen projection screens and stuff like that for events. And I did. I don't remember which Super Bowl it was, whatever, but I worked on the Super Bowl that was in Phoenix, Arizona. I have a horror story with as far as that is concerned. Um, Dealing with that particular company, and then um, uh, and also just that particular gig. I don't know if I'll say it today or another time or something like that, but anyway, back to tiki mugs and things like that. So when I travel around the country, I used to go like thrift store shops and vintage shops. There are a few things that I like to collect. I like vintage film, old movie film, um, projected stuff, not video, but um, and I like stag films, and I like vacation films, people's vacation and stuff like that. Um, Someone just said that someone cooked a steak on a. Was that on the the dashboard of the car? Was that on the RV trip, or that was just in general? I've heard of people doing that. So yeah, so this stream is going, but there's a link in the description of this, and there's also a link that I posted earlier if it's still up there. Um, so go to the link um, to the new live channel and subscribe to that. So I'd appreciate it. So let's see, where was I at? Okay, they're on the way. Yeah, so there was a place in San Francisco, and it was really cool. It was like I think it was in Nob Hill area, and let's see. Oh, okay. Um, and what was it called? I don't remember. Um, that would be a good idea, Philip. Okay, I just got a text from Boy. He just woke up. Man, Boy, sleeping in 12:30. I think he worked after we live streamed together, so maybe he's up late. So, Boy, if you're watching, let's meet up. Um, I just got a pretty cool suggestion. I like riding around bot bus and stuff like that. But where is it here? Bot bus. Yeah, like bus confessions, get people to talk about stuff. Fetish club. I've never been in there. I went up to the door and I talked to them several months ago, but never been inside. It costs too much. But yeah, people are more people are in here because you this is the channel that I'm going to be live streaming from, and this one is just to get the subscribers and the people that that are subscribed to this and that watch me, to get them to come over to the new channel and subscribe to that. So go to the link, and if you're watching my first channel, this one, go to the link in the description and subscribe. And if you're new, subscribe to both, because I will have videos on both. A place called Fetish Club. Interesting. No. Who was it asked? Philip asked. Let's see. So Philip had asked. So Philip, come over here and join this chat. So yeah, there's like a fetish club on Third Road, and it's like it's like super expensive but yeah, I mean, people go in there and they do like fetish stuff, and I thought it would be interesting to look at, see, but it costs so much to get in. There's like a heavy door price or whatever, and and it's not really my thing. It was just more of just spectacle, checking it out. So, but it costs too much, so it's not worth just people watching in there. But, um, yeah, there was a like a fetish movie uh, documentary that was made about a place called Pandora's Box in New York City. And I was talking to someone about this recently on a live stream, I think. But they, it was like all these different. It was in New York City, so like there were all these different executives and stuff that would go in there, and people that are Wall Street or whatever types that would go in there, and they had their little fetishes and stuff like that. Maybe not so little, maybe big fetishes. um, yeah, the castle. Who've been into the castle? See what that scene is all about. Um, so let's see. This watermelon. Oh, I have some coffee. Let me go grab because I was just drinking the last bit of yesterday's coffee, and I'm going to add a little bit more. Have some more coffee. Um, Thanks, Lewis. So like yesterday, and like most days, morning, I do the cold brew coffee that I set up right before I go to bed. Same thing with the oats, and I just soak the coffee. Has lower acidity from when you if you if you boil it, it has higher acid level apparently. So and since coffee is very acidic in the first place, and I like to watch my acid alkaline level, try to keep that balance and stuff like that. Um, then I try to do what I can to kind of keep the acid level down. Oh shit! Oh, sorry. So those of you that follow surfing and stuff, it's actually really the only sport that I pay attention to. And since I've been here, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to pay attention to it, unfortunately, other than crying about how amazing the waves are that I've been missing out on. Yeah, cold brew is awesome. The Zumba was I think that was just sort of a promotional thing to get people to go over to the Zumba, but they gave Boy and I some coupons, so I may go and check out the Zumba class. I think it's like a freebie kind of a thing, but yeah, it might be kind of fun. But I don't know if Zumba is really my thing. Um, but yeah, I prefer to get back into swimming again, or just being in the water, and swimming, floating. I'm really into like floating, like float, uh, not float tanks, whatever specifically, but just floating in general in the water, clearing your mind and relaxing. There's really something to it about the whole flotation tanks, just floating in the water in general. And doing that for a long period of time, you can really clear your mind. And if you have things that maybe that's cluttered your mind, or that you want to bring good thought to your mind as far as having clarity, absolutely think that it's an outstanding way to focus. So if you're having problems with sleep, if you're having problems with stress, if you're having problems with just life or whatever kind of thing, or if you just want to have clarity, float for a long time in the water. Try to have it where it's a sensory deprivation type of environment if you can, but it's not necessarily, I don't think, because like I did it in the ocean a lot in Hawaii, and do it for like 30, 40 minutes if you can, with just closing your eyes and just kind of floating in the water, and then you'll drift and find yourself way down the beach eventually sometimes, depending on the current. And it's always obviously best to do it on a day where it's not windy and where it's not too, where the tide is, where it's not all crazy. But I'm going to get distracted by reading the text. Biggest, most dangerous waves. There's a variety. There's Jaws in Maui. There's Chopu. That's probably the most gnarly one. And there's off the coast of Northern California. There's Mavericks. Those are the top three that I know of. But they're pretty cool. Oh, and then in Portugal. That's like the one where you see the big, huge, biggest waves every year or whatever, like big monster crazy waves. It's there, Portugal. Ice pools? I don't know. I've never heard of ice pools here. But anyway, I was saying about Kelly Slater. So I follow surfing a lot. Kelly Slater is 11-time world champion surfer. He's considered the greatest surfer of all time, by the GOAT by a lot of people, because he's just won more contests and done it for so long, still does it, same age as me, and really cool guy. But if you want to, I've whatever, I'll just say I followed his advice as far as diet and things like that, and which actually I was kind of on my way of doing that anyway. I mean, for a long time. I mean, I had diet choices, but when I sort of moved, when I started doing more surfing, living in Hawaii again, I was like, I really started looking into his diet and a lot of things that he talked about and stuff like that, and in addition to the fact that he doesn't wear sunscreen either, so I was like, oh, I guess if he does it, he's travels all over and constantly in the sun and stuff like that. He doesn't wear it, and I'm not gonna wear it. I don't need it, whatever. And so I did that, and yeah, it kind of worked out that way. Worked out well. But in terms of diet, he's really into the acid alkaline. He sort of teeters on being vegan, vegetarian diet. But I think that he occasionally eats. I think he might have said actually recently that he's vegan, or whatever. But I've seen him around Hawaii eating in vegan places and stuff like that. And seen as far as not directly, I haven't seen him, but I've seen him on videos and photos and things like that. But there's another surfer, actually the big wave surfer that lives in Hawaii who surfs Portugal. I believe what's his name? Shane Dorian. Who's actually been on Joe Rogan podcast. He does bow hunting, I guess, and stuff like that. It's taking Joe out. That guy, man, I've seen him before eating vegan food and stuff like that. That guy, man, just balls, man. surfing those big waves. He's an old guy too, um, and yeah, the big wave surfing, man, that's some fun stuff. Um, it's like I think that the evolution of surfing is going to kind of go through the roof in the next couple of years as a lot of these water parks, these surf water parks, start to get made around the world. Kelly Slater has one, which actually got bought up by the surfing organization that runs all the the big surf contests around the world and stuff. And it's going to be very similar to like X Games and how what was that, the different skate parks, how Woodward, I think it was called, where they had like the foam pit where guys could do backflips and for surfing and skating and stuff like that into those and develop their skills in a safer way. And so these water parks, people are going to be able to, they're able to do a lot more stunts because it's a consistent wave and stuff like that. So they're able to learn backflips and things. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Shane kills it at Mavericks. Let's see. So yeah, guys over here, and so go to the link in the description of this video, please, and go to subscribe to the new channel. I'm running this one just for now to convert people over to this one, the live channel. This one will be my live channel eventually. So yeah, um, uh, and then we can chat over here. Um, so. But yeah, so I started like surfing bigger waves and stuff like that, and that was fun, you know. Um, uh, um, but I was able to do that because I surfed practically every day for quite some time in Hawaii, um, and fortunately I was able to do that. But then I moved here. It's kind of weird. uh, but I'd like to go other places in the world and surf. Get back into that. Um, it's just such a killer sport. It's awesome. But I would like to surf Jaws someday. I obviously need to get back into the training of it and stuff like that um, to be able to do that. But yeah, that would be one where I think it'd be really fun to go and surf Jaws in Maui. Um, I'm less interested in surfing Mavericks just because it's so damn cold. I'm such a, I hate cold weather. I hate wearing a wetsuit when surfing because I used to have to wear a wetsuit when I go surf in California, and it's just a drag, especially when you got to take a piss in a wetsuit. Um, but also just moving around and stuff like that. I mean, I like to just wear a pair of board shorts and jump in the water. It's such a great feeling. So, yeah, surf Pattaya. Yeah, no way. So, okay, I'm going to turn this one off. So, just convince you, move over to this one and watch and join the chat over at the new live stream channel. So, thank you for watching. Go over here. And then I will be live streaming on this later today. Okay. Pedicure. I don't need to get a pedicure. Actually, yeah, I have very nice. I get complimented on my nails by girls, but it's really weird because I have this one like line that happened on my finger my fingernail that grew on my fingernail, and it's just weird. It just did it on one, and I always thought that when you get some sort of like white spots on your fingernails, that it has something to do with like, was it like calcium deficiency or something like that? But it's just so strange that it's just like this one white line. I don't know, it's weird. Here, so I just turned off the live stream on the other channel, so I'm gonna go in and turn that. Um, Turn off the. Let's see, because it was just turn off, make it private. So I'm not trying to post that one. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking line. Boy sent me a message. Let's see, they sent me another message. 72. Okay, so he doesn't know what that. Okay. Pardon me. Hold on a second. Okay, sending boy a message. There. Let's see. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of haters in the world. It's silly, silly, silly. Um, I think as anybody with a brain, you watch and you watch me and stuff like that. It seems like they're really pushing kind of like puritanical kind of values and things like that to do a character assassination of me, and uh, and that's just whether that's actually their real thing or whether they're just doing it to try to you know um, just to whatever their motive is and stuff like that. I mean, they obviously have some sort of agenda and reason for doing it and stuff like that. It's I think that you'll the truth will kind of, it's just like I am me, whatever, and how people kind of twist and lie. I mean, these people are just lying about all kinds of crap, or you know taking kind of things out of context, and uh, it's like me and this channel. It's a character, and it's something to it's entertainment, and it's there's it's kind of it's unfortunate. There are a lot of kind of people that are not very intelligent that are they're just sort of wasting people's time with a lot of stupid gossip and stuff like that. I don't know. I've yeah, I've been looking into that, Randall, as far as the hat. Um, but we'll see. Yeah, Ted's Bakery. That's awesome. Um, that their sweets are very sweet. Like their pies and stuff like that. What was your favorite pie from Ted's Bakery? Um, do you ever like Leonard's? I actually really like Leonard's malasadas. specifically like chocolate one, of course, because I love chocolate. But then they also have the flavor of the week, and so I like the mango one, and I like halpia, or like coconut one, um, and I think that, and they also had guava one, and that was okay. Very sweet though, but like Hawaii sweetbread and all the desserts in Hawaii were, even for me, they were just way too sweet. I mean, I have a sweet tooth and I like sweets, but but sometimes it was a little bit too much, too sweet for me. Um, but trying to think of another dessert place there. Um, let's see. Portugal most watched video. Uh, no, it was pretty up there. I mean, I guess if I could probably going to be reposting it, um, and but it was a very watched video. Um, but if you look in my videos, you can my first channel, you can see um, the most watched one is I think the Instagram girl one, um, but but that's just because it's been up a lot longer compared to the Torque one. So maybe that one could eventually have had a lot more views. But yeah, Ted's coconut pie. Yeah, that's the one. High five, Lewis. Um, yeah, you like any malasadas? What was the other one? Champion Bakery. They have Champion Bakery. I never really went to Champion, um, but I was more a Leonard's guy. So, but like they had the Leonard's truck and stuff like that. So, and I think they may have had a couple of them. I know there was one over on west side of the island, and there's one over near Windward Mall on sort of windward side of the island. And then they had Leonard's in town. They used to have two Leonards. They used to have a Leonard's at Ala Moana Shopping Center, and that one closed down. I don't know why. I guess it was sort of the overhead. Um, but I don't know if you know this, Lewis, or anybody else who knows about Leonard's in Hawaii, knows and loves it. But Leonard's got purchased by, I believe it was a Japanese company, um, and they changed. Um, this is maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe four, some change roughly. Well, we'll just say the last 5 years, maybe, something like that. Um, they changed the recipe slightly. I noticed it. Other people noticed it. The recipe changed slightly. And as we were talking about earlier, as far as corporations and low overhead and doing these types of things, and when bigger companies you know, try to increase their profits and for whatever reasons and things like that, inventory and stuff, they changed the recipe of the Leonard's Malasada, and it's not terrible, but there is a difference. Um, and in addition to that, which I noticed around that time, is they started employing younger, cute girls as opposed to a lot of the older local women that were maybe not as attractive or whatever. I mean, they're kind of like whatever, just old ladies that were, maybe overweight or just not, and that's unfortunate. That's a very, I don't know if that was an intentional thing, but that coincidentally maybe happened around the same time, and that's not so nice. If that was the case, but I kind of noticed that around that time as well, and Anyway, let's see. Oh, okay, there's a someone who's copying my channel name and that's a good one there. Yeah, you wanna listen to that guy who's trolling me, who's stealing my name with a channel and and talking trash about me on my channel. Yeah, listen to that guy. Let's see. Guy's a moron. See, it's this kind of stuff. Yeah, the topic of visas and stuff like that, you gotta understand. You know, we as YouTubers and stuff like that, and people here, um, I've got it taken care of, and it's not a topic that to be discussed publicly, just because, of course, there are people like these trolls who will just try to create more problems. So, not a topic to talk about. Randall. Yeah, I don't know where he is. I think uh, I think that yeah, I don't know. He's just hiding out. He's kind of doesn't doesn't hang out so much anymore. He hasn't been making any videos, and from what I heard, from what Charlie's told me, he's just kind of been doing a lot of exercise, so that's good. Cool. Thank you. I will keep it up. That's so funny, like rumors. Um, do not drink no more. The just gotta understand the way this person is speaking. Okay, let's see. Huh? No, I've never actually had a malasada over there. Is it good? Um, oh God, just go away. It's like, get a life, dude. You come over here. This is how you're gonna spend your life. Um, Loser. see. Time waster. Let's see. Mm. Okay, if you keep your distance from all non-ties, and why are you here? I'm not Thai, so you're you can't even write a proper sentence, and you're coming around a person who's non-Thai. So it's your logic is whatever. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Lewis. Done. Yeah, I'll do that. Hello. How are you? So, I just got a text from Boy. Let's see. And I got a text from Charlie. Yeah. Yeah, it's some sacrifices with being in some parts of the world and stuff like that. It's some cities in the U.S. or whatever. Kind of weigh things. Wow, this is a good coffee. Tasty, tasty. I doubt that. So, sorry, I'm reading Charlie's text. Boy, boy fly. Yeah, the restaurant, the Indian restaurant, it was a cool place. So yeah, I went into the vegetarian Indian restaurant, and then he took me around the corner to his other restaurant where they specifically sell like eggs and stuff like that, egg products, and it's different atmosphere, a little kind of um, nicer because they have cushiony chairs and things like that, and but yeah, it's cool. Uh, nice guy. But I like that place because you get that set Indian meal and stuff like that. It's 250. He gave it to me, so that was very nice of him. But yeah, normally it's 250, and it's a nice combination of things. Um, I think like maybe I kind of overdid it on the spicy. I think it was that chili pepper that I was eating. I ate like one or two chili peppers, dipped it in the hot sauce, and the hot sauce I can handle. But I think it was like the combination. Maybe after two or three of those chili peppers I was dipping in that stuff, it just put me over the edge. Couldn't take it. Um, but hello. Um, yeah, as far as like smoking cigarettes and vaping and stuff like that, I don't know too much about that or anything. I don't smoke. I broke so many headphones. I've never I've had so many headphones break um, here. Like probably I've lost and broken so many headphones here more than you put all my life combined before I arrived here. It's wild. Actually, it's I normally do that with sunglasses, uh, break and lose them. Um, but it's been that way with headphones here for some reason. Um, is Charlie a mod here? No. Charlie doesn't want the responsibility of being a mod. He doesn't even want to be the responsibility of being a mod on his own channel. um, it's very time consuming, um, and so it wastes a lot of time, a lot of energy. Yeah, the pictures on the cigarette boxes here very scary. Um, it's uh, it's it's kind of like the when you're when I was in New Zealand. I don't know if they still have this, whatever, but the only billboards that I used to notice in New Zealand or driving around New Zealand were the ones that as um, maybe you need to go ask them out if this is your thing. So, but the billboards in New Zealand for drinking and driving, man, brutal. They would just have just pictures of people on a billboard who've been in a car accident or a car crash scene or something like that, and to discourage people from drinking and driving because it was a problem there. And it's like it's similar to like the photos on the cigarette boxes here, where I mean, the one that looks like a anus on the cigarette box. It's like, ugh. I guess it's someone with throat cancer or something like that, or whatever. Ugh, man, it looks so nasty. Every time I see that when someone has cigarettes, I mean, if I smoked and had cigarettes, I would definitely get a sticker and cover up that kind of thing. I couldn't handle looking at that every time smoking. Um, imagine that on like every product that you eat or consume. If every product had a photo of like worst case scenario. um, Sorry, Charlie's texting me again. Oh, and Boyd texted me. Sorry. Bust his nuts. So, what does this say? Sorry, I missed your comment here, Lewis. Okay, Lewis. Well, you can. I'm not able to do it on this channel yet because I have to bring up the subscribers in order to do that. But you can still do it if you go in the description. Or when I'm live, I'll be live on my other channel where you can super chat that in about an hour from now. So, but thank you very much, Lewis. Much appreciated. Randall, you talking about that kid? Uh, the kid with the baseball cap that's eating at the McDonald's? Yeah, that would be funny. Imagine if they start requiring McDonald's or fast food restaurants to um, put the worst case scenario if you overdo their products. It's kind of like there was that one guy who I don't remember what his name was, but he he used to have a show. I think it was on like Travel Channel or Discovery Channel, something like that, maybe Travel Channel, where he he used to do different stuff. But at one time he did a show of where he ate fast food. I think maybe specifically McDonald's every day, every meal. Like it was his every meal thing, and he did it for like a month straight, or something like that, maybe a little bit longer. And he was just like, oh, so sick. And he showed the you know the results of that, and it was just like, it was horrible. Um, but you know what? One thing, I mean, just this is a little slightly off topic or whatever, but I think that um, it would be an excellent idea if airlines would play a film to familiarize people with the destination, no matter where it is. Very informative, kind of quick. Maybe I'd say you could probably knock it out in about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on where the destination is. But I think it should be, it you know, I don't know if it's a requirement, or whatever, but it just should be it should be something that they should just do, you know, just not be required to do it, but I think it would just be an excellent service. Wouldn't you? If you're flying into, say, another country, you could sit there and go and, have um, talking about certain customs or things that maybe people are unfamiliar with and stuff like that. Whether you're flying from Chicago to New York City, you know, um, have a film to, you know, explain subway system and explain like the different sorts of things, you know, the differences or whatever. You know what I mean? Just kind of um, like not of the light and fluffy sort, you know, of like like a commercial, like New York City is so wonderful and blah 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 blah, you know. But just to kind of like and the how I thought of this was like um, so many people in Hawaii, uh, you know, when you live there and then you have a lot of tourists coming and stuff like that, it becomes very problematic for the local community, and me being one of them, uh, from being there. And you know, I'm not local or whatever. I mean, but certainly was, you know, local and whatever you want to call it, local-ish, whatever, or something. I mean, and and yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, for instance, just something simple. When you rent a scooter, don't be driving around the island like blaring on your horn. I mean, you're just like, woohoo, you know, have fun on your holiday and stuff like that. But you realize when you're in a residential area and you're blazing on your horn on the scooter and stuff like that, I mean, there's people like sleeping and stuff, um, you know. And of course, you know, whatever. This is one of those things that, you know, trolls run wild with this one. You know, you're going to be running wild with this one as far as like telling Chuckwell what to do, you know. But I'm sure we'll just see that. Um, but um, it's like, and as I'll say with that, I'm very familiar with the customs here in Thailand. Well before, blah blah blah, broken record like yesterday, like many other times. I dated a Thai girl for several years in Los Angeles. She told me all about Thailand. I had many people explain Thailand many times. I know about Thai things, and and of course, this is not a invitation for a bunch of haters to sit and hate on people who they assume that don't know and understand customs and whatever different things. This is something that would be a good service for airlines to do, um, to just explain things like that. Um, and yeah. Um, but so it seems kind of. I guess I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go live um, outside. So I'm gonna be going to my other channel for that because it's mobile. But uh, I will probably set up a mobile arrangement for this one so I can start doing mobile with this one, and so we'll be exclusively doing live stream from this channel. So people will need to come to this channel in order to watch me on live streams, where I'll even be outside and stuff like that. So, um, yep. Okay, so see you in a bit. Enjoy your lives, have fun. Subscribe to both channels, and I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna turn this thing off.